In the 90s and 2000s, fashion dolls for celebrities were the big thing, even before celebrities began lending their likeness to fashion lines, perfumes, skincare, and makeup lines. Fashion celebrity dolls have been in production for a very long time, but as the years went on, toy manufacturers were looking to capitalize on the major popularity of teen idols and Hollywood stars by creating and selling miniature versions of themselves to their legion of fans. Pop stars such as Nsync, Britney Spears, and Christina Aguilera would go on to have very popular dolls, but the Spice Girls went on to become the best selling celebrity doll in history. Created in 1997, the group's dolls went on to sell over 11 million worldwide. These dolls would not be the last of their kind created, however, especially for black female celebs. Here's a list of a few black celebrities you forgot had their own fashion doll. Naomi Campbell. In the 90s, the term supermodel became a popular way of describing the most recognized models in the world, and Naomi Campbell is among that group of the originals. Originals that were featured in huge campaigns for the biggest fashion brands and, in addition, had the most lucrative of paying contracts. At some point mid decade, Alan Hassenfeld, the chairman of Hasbro, was playing a game of tennis with film producer Jean-Yves Lefebvre when John asked if Hasbro would have any interest in making a toy doll in the likeness of his girlfriend at the time, supermodel Karen Mulder. Alan and John Eve eventually agreed on an entire line of dolls using not only Karen Mulder's image, but also the images of Claudia Schiffer and Naomi Campbell. At the time, John Eve was the agent for all three supermodels. He served as creative director, and in early 1996, Hasbro made an official introduction of the model dolls. This became a huge moment for Naomi, who is celebrated and credited for blazing a trail for herself as well as her future fellow black models. This moment wasn't a first for a black model, however. A few years prior, in 1990, Matchbox Toys put out a collection of dolls called The Real Model. The collection was for models Cheryl Tiegs, Christy Brinkley, and Beverly Johnson. This line was unfortunately a commercial failure. However, although it didn't fare well, it was still something Hasbro Inc. was looking to compete against. Their collection, the Top Model Dolls, made their official launch in fall of 1996 at a French department store in Paris. All three models promised to donate 60 US cents for every doll sold to the International Red Cross. The dolls were only sold in the UK and dealt with controversy by way of those concerned with children becoming more and more under the influence of images of smaller or slim women in the media landscape. Naomi seemed to be extremely excited about having her own doll, although she didn't see the resemblance to herself. Per Top Model magazine, she said, "From the side, the resemblance is truly striking. I also like his feet. They are just as pretty as mine." End quote. Brandy. In 1999, American R&B superstar Brandy landed her own doll with the Barbie manufacturer Mattel. During this time, Brandy had a hit series with Moesha and a hit album, Never Say Never. The doll depicted the singer in a reddish-brown top with a bright orange fuzzy collar and an orange pleated shiny floor-length skirt with bows at the hips, along with gold earrings and gold wedges. The skirt can be switched out and replaced with a pair of orange glittery pants. Accessories included a collectible poster with a printed autograph, a doll stand, and a microphone. The Brandy doll is considered very groundbreaking due to it featuring Brandy's signature box braids, something unheard of for black dolls at that time. Mattel had major success with the release of the Brandy doll. The doll did so well among the young black girl audience that Mattel developed four more dolls. For years, four to be exact, the Brandy dolls were Mattel's biggest selling toys. TLC. Yaboom Toys is a toy company that manufactures loads of musical dolls, toys, posters, and CDs. The company once produced singing dolls using the likeness of popular 90s music acts such as Britney Spears, Spice Girls, Backstreet Boys, Ricky Martin, Christina Aguilera, and Celine Dion, to name a few. Yaboom and the artist had a joint deal to manufacture and market products that included their recordings. In 1999, American R&B girl group TLC obtained their own set of dolls from Yaboom. The R&B trio, consisting of members Tion T-Boz Watkins, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, and Rosanda Chili Thomas, is one of the best-selling girl groups of all time, with almost 100 million records sold worldwide. The limited edition dolls depicted the group in two outfits from their fan mail era. One set of dolls wore exact replicas of the outfits they wore to the Nickelodeon 12th Annual Kids' Choice Awards, while the other set wore outfit replicas of what they wore in their legendary music video for No Scrubs. Both Chili and T-Boz's dolls sang No Scrubs, while Left Eye's doll sang another hit song of theirs, Unpretty. Accessories included microphones, musical instruments, and mobile phones. Diana Ross. In December 2003, Mattel released a limited edition doll made in the likeness of the boss herself, Diana Ross. The doll is from the Bob Mackie Barbie Dolls collection and was released as part of the Barbie Collector Edition. The Diana Ross Barbie wears a Bob Mackie designer gown from Diana's most memorable era, the 1970s. Her doll's dress is a white silvery glitter printed gown featuring dolman sleeves, beaded cuffs, and a coordinating wide beaded belt. The gown tightens from the waist down to the knees and then flares out. The doll features a flower in its long, wavy black hair, reminiscent of how Diana wears her hair. Accessories included silver hoop earrings, white shoes, and painted fingernails. Raven Simone. In 1969, Mattel introduced the Julia Barbie doll. The Julia doll was created in the likeness of Diahann Carroll's role as Julia Baker in the TV series Julia. Two dolls were released, Twist and Turn Julia and Talking Julia. The Julia doll was one of the first dolls by Mattel made in the image of a celebrity, making it very significant in doll history. But it would not be the last. In 2005, Mattel would create another Barbie in an iconic black character's likeness. Due to the major success of the Disney Channel series That's So Raven, Mattel released a Barbie in the likeness of the title character. During this time, Raven Simone not only starred on the show, but she was also releasing music as well. The That's So Raven doll is depicted in an exact replica of Raven's outfit in the opening credits for the show. Accessories included a collectible poster, brush, and ponytail holder. Destiny's Child. The iconic American girl group is one of the best-selling female girl groups of all time, having sold over 21 million albums and singles by the release of their third album, Survivor. At the time, the group had multiple endorsements, including but not limited to L'Oreal and Candies. Destiny's Child had two doll collections, with the first being released in fall 2001 in collaboration with Hasbro Inc. They were made using the likeness of members Beyonce Knowles, Kelly Rowland, and Michelle Williams. The dolls were dressed in replicas of their performance outfits from the 2001 Grammy Awards, outfits that were designed by the group's stylist and Beyonce's mother, Tina Knowles. The dolls were priced at approximately $13, and a percentage of the proceeds from the dolls' sales at Target went to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee. The group also donated 300 of the dolls to the AIDS Foundation Houston for children living with HIV or AIDS. That year, the dolls were very high in demand as Christmas gifts. A second set of dolls were created just a few years later in 2005. That same year, the group announced they were disbanding, but Mattel went ahead in announcing their collaboration with the group to release a line of dolls made in their image. The dolls' production was overseen by Beyonce's father, Matthew Knowles, who also managed the group. The dolls retailed for about $20 each. Each of the dolls wore feathered, floor-length, glittery gowns, along with jewel-encrusted earrings, bracelets, and heels. The dolls' outfits were inspired by what the group wore at the 2004 Fashion Rocks concert in New York, outfits that were also styled and designed by Tina Knowles. Accessories included a keepsake poster, doll stands, and a bracelet with a charm. Kimora Lee Simmons. Kimora Lee Simmons is a legendary 90s model who was discovered at a model search at the young age of 13. She went on to walk for iconic fashion houses, including Chanel and Fendi, as well as gracing the covers of magazines such as Harper's Bazaar. In 1998, she married entrepreneur and founder of Fat Farm, Russell Simmons, and by 1999, Baby Fat by Kimora Lee Simmons was launched. It became one of the early aughts' most definitive brands. Created under the direction of the former model and fashion entrepreneur, Mattel released a Barbie in her likeness in 2008. The doll depicts the diva in a hot pink outfit topped with a full-length faux chinchilla coat. The accessories include thigh-high boots, chunky earrings, a designer bag, and a replica of Kimora's real-life pooch, Zoe. Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is one of the best-selling rappers of all time. Minaj started out as a part of New York hip-hop group Hood Stars before eventually becoming a solo act. She would go on to sign with Young Money Entertainment in 2009 after the release of 3 mixtapes, Playtime Is Over, Sucker Free, and Beam Me Up Scotty, after initially catching the attention of rapper Lil Wayne from her appearance in Underground Rap DVD, The Come Up Volume 11. Minaj then released her critically acclaimed debut album, Pink Friday, in 2010. The album debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200, but later peaked at number 1, making it Minaj's first number 1 album. The body of work produced multiple hit singles for the rapper. In 2011, Mattel would create a one-of-a-kind Nicki Minaj Barbie. The Barbie wears a replica of the dress from her Pink Friday album cover, with layers of silk charmeuse and tulle, along with her signature pink hair. Accessories included pink ankle boots and plenty of bling, including her Barbie chain. Designer Steven Sumner recreated every detail, including the tattoo on Nicki's left arm. The doll came with a certificate of authenticity and a display case that was an homage to her Pink Friday album. The doll was set to become available for auction at CharityBuzz.com on December 7th. It was set to be showcased at Divine Design's 5-day event and gala at the Beverly Hilton Hotel in Los Angeles. All proceeds were to benefit Project Angel Food. People magazine reported that, at press time, the bid for the doll was $4,855. Nicki Minaj, who often refers to herself as Barbie, was beyond excited to have a doll made in her image. Via Billboard, she said, "It's just a one-of-a-kind limited edition for charity, and so I never thought Mattel would even pay attention to me. For me, this is a very major moment, because it just shows that you can come from nothing and still be a force in the main world, a businesswoman, and hopefully a mogul one day." End quote. Normani. American girl group Fifth Harmony was a 5-member group formed on the 2nd season of The X Factor in 2012. The members were Normani Corday, Dinah Jane Hansen, Lauren Jauregui, Ally Brooke, and Camila Cabello. In January 2014, Barbie manufacturer Mattel announced their new collection of dolls inspired by the group. The pop group and Barbie began a multi-year partnership. This partnership included them recording a Barbie brand anthem, Anything is Possible. Fifth Harmony would also make an appearance as dolls in the Barbie Life in the Dreamhouse series. The Barbies were exclusively sold at Justice retail chain stores when they first launched. Initially, they were only sold in the States before becoming available worldwide in spring 2015. Each doll was created to match the distinctive styles and personalities of each group member. Every doll was dressed in trendy, stylish outfits, except for Normani's doll. With Normani's doll, they went with more of a business casual look, a style that wasn't necessarily representative of her style at the time. Normani, however, was really grateful for the opportunity and pleased with her doll. In a press release, she said, "Barbie is so dynamic and universal. She's not just blonde hair and blue-eyed. She can be something totally different as we are." End quote. Zendaya. American actress and singer Zendaya began her career as a child model and backup dancer. Zendaya made her small screen debut when she was casted as Rocky Blue in the Disney Channel show Shake It Up, before starring in Casey Undercover as the titular character. Along with acting, she began releasing music in 2011 and signed with Hollywood Records in 2012, releasing her debut and only studio album, Zendaya. The Zendaya Barbie doll debuted Saturday, September 26, 2015. It was unveiled by Zendaya herself at the Barbie Rockin' Royals concert experience, an event that benefited VH1's Save the Music Foundation. The Barbie replicates Zendaya's exact appearance at the 87th Annual Academy Awards, a look of which the actress and singer was very controversially criticized for. For the 2015 Oscars, Zendaya wore a Vivienne Westwood look and adorned her hair and locks. While critiquing the Oscars look, E's Fashion Police host Juliana Rancic said, "I feel like she smells like patchouli oil or weed." End quotes. In response to the ignorant comments, Zendaya took to her Instagram and said, in part, "To say that an 18-year-old young woman with locks must smell of patchouli oil or weed is not only a large stereotype, but outrageously offensive. There is already harsh criticism of African American hair in society without the help of ignorant people who choose to judge others based on the curl of their hair. My wearing my hair in locks on an Oscar red carpet was to showcase them in a positive light, to remind people of color that our hair is good enough." End quotes. In efforts to increase diversity among Barbie dolls, Mattel chose this specific look to honor Zendaya, as the look not only sparked an important conversation about natural hair, but because it was a look she fiercely took pride in and stood up in celebration of. In a press release about the doll's announcement, the actress said, "I'm excited to be a part of the new direction the Barbie brand is headed, specifically how they are celebrating diversity in the line and encouraging kids to raise their voices." End quotes. After the reveal of Zendaya's Barbie doll, she further elaborated on her thoughts. On her Instagram page, she said, "When I was little, I couldn't find a Barbie that looked like me. My, how times have changed. Thank you, Barbie, for this honor and for allowing me to be a part of your diversification and expansion of the definition of beauty. Can't wait to keep doing amazing things with you. Hashtag be super." End quotes. Celebrity fashion dolls continue to be a hot commodity. Most recently, Mattel released the Aaliyah Barbie on what would have been the R&B icon's 46th birthday, January 16th. The pre-orders for the Aaliyah Barbie sold out immediately. Do you remember any of these dolls? And if so, did you own any of them? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe to this channel for more content.